Society has lied to you. It tells you success belongs only to those who grind themselves into the ground, who sacrifice sleep, health, and peace in the name of ambition. But let me be blunt. You don't rise by destroying yourself. The Stoics uncovered a different law. Progress doesn't come from frantic struggle, but from ruthless discipline, from calm focus, and from stripping away everything unnecessary. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, warned himself, "Confine yourself to the present." He knew the real enemy isn't lack of effort, it's wasted effort. You've been chasing outcomes like a starving man chasing shadows, gripping so hard that your desperation pushes them further away. Stop. Breathe. Control what is yours to control. Release what isn't. The Stoics weren't dreamers. They were warriors who understood that flowing with reality, not fighting it, is the highest power. Your life will not change by accident. It will change the moment you stop panicking and start commanding yourself. Look at water. It never wastes energy fighting the rock in its path. It doesn't complain, doesn't panic, doesn't break itself trying to smash through. It flows around, it flows over, it waits. It wears the stone down until the landscape itself is reshaped. That's the discipline you've been missing, the discipline of relaxed strength. You clutch your goals so tightly your knuckles turn white. And then you wonder why nothing moves. Anxiety blocks flow. Desperation kills magnetism. The Stoics knew this long before modern psychology. Your neediness is your greatest obstacle. When you grip, you repel. When you let go with authority, you attract. You think success comes from tension, but it comes from precision. You think force will deliver you, but force often buries you. Discipline isn't frantic, it's calculated. If you can learn to hold desire lightly, like a warrior holding his weapon, not clutching, not dropping, you become dangerous. Because nothing is more unstoppable than calm power. Right now, you're probably sabotaging yourself with stress, with obsession, with the constant need to control everything. Understand this. The tighter you grip, the weaker you become. You are not losing because you lack talent. You are losing because you leak energy through fear. The Stoics saw desperation as a disease of the mind, a poison that blinds you to opportunity. Marcus Aurelius faced plagues, betrayal, and war. Yet he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That's not poetry, it's strategy. Your obstacles are not punishment. They are training. Your resistance is not blocking you, it is shaping you. Every obstacle you resent is the exact obstacle that could forge you. But you waste it by complaining, by wishing it were easier. You don't need easier, you need stronger. Stop asking, "Why me?" and start demanding, "What is this building in me?" That's discipline. That's power. That's the way forward. You've been handing away your power like loose change, letting circumstances dictate your mood, letting other people decide your worth, letting outcomes control your energy. That ends now. Epictetus, once a slave, taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Read that again. Freedom is not about money, fame, or control over others. It's about the iron discipline to rule your own mind. Every time you say, "I'll be happy when," you've already surrendered. You've chained yourself to conditions outside your command. No wonder you feel weak. The Stoics refused to play that game. They knew that the only true authority is inner authority. If your peace can be stolen by a number in your bank account, a comment on social media, or someone's opinion, then you're not living. You're enslaved. You want to manifest. Start here. Take back the throne. Choose your state. Command your emotions. Rule your thoughts, or stay a puppet forever. Your mind is everywhere except where your power lives. Right here, right now. You're either trapped in the regrets of yesterday or lost in fantasies about tomorrow. And meanwhile, the present moment, the only place where action actually happens, is slipping through your fingers. Seneca said it plainly. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. You keep thinking your breakthrough will come someday. No, it comes today, in this exact moment, through choices made with focus and precision. Presence is not soft. Presence is a weapon. When you are fully locked into now, you see details others miss. You seize chances others walk past. You strike while everyone else hesitates. Think of the most magnetic leaders you've met. They weren't scattered. They were grounded. Their attention was a blade, cutting through noise. That's what you must practice. Ruthless presence, because tomorrow does not exist. Only the decision you make in this breath does. Understand this. Every time your mind drifts, you weaken your grip on life. Distraction is the silent killer of potential. You think checking your phone every few minutes is harmless? It's not. It's proof that you're enslaved by impulses. The Stoics trained the mind like soldiers trained the body, because presence is war. Marcus Aurelius didn't sit on his throne daydreaming about what might happen. He wrote reminders to himself. Concentrate every minute like a Roman. Do what's in front of you with exact and genuine seriousness. That's presence. Discipline is the art of forcing your attention back to the task, again and again, until it obeys. Stop floating. Anchor yourself in this breath. Anchor yourself in this rep. This line of writing, this single call, you don't need 100 scattered actions. You need one decisive strike in the now. Presence is not optional. Presence is survival. Without it, you will always be average. With it, you become untouchable. You've been brainwashed to believe that motion equals progress, that if you're not constantly grinding, constantly busy, you're falling behind. That's a lie. Busyness is not strength. It's weakness disguised as effort. The Stoics understood what our generation has forgotten. Sometimes the most powerful move is to wait, to do nothing, to let the situation unfold while you conserve energy for the decisive strike. Lao Tzu, whose wisdom bled into Stoic thought, warned that frantic action destroys results. The modern translation, most of what you call hustle is anxiety in disguise. You keep moving because stillness terrifies you. But learn this. A master doesn't swing wildly. A master waits for the opening. A master chooses when to strike. If you never practice restraint, you will die exhausted. Not successful. Stop glorifying chaos. Discipline means knowing when to act and when to hold your fire. Sometimes, silence is the deadliest weapon. Stop expecting life to be smooth. It never will be. Obstacles are not interruptions to your path. They are the path. Marcus Aurelius hammered this truth into his own mind. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You hate resistance because you think it blocks you. Wrong. Resistance is the gym where your character trains. Without it, you stay weak, untested, unprepared. You cry when things get hard. Good. That's proof you're being stretched. Pressure isn't your enemy, it's your forge. Every setback is a test of your discipline. Will you break, or will you bend and push forward? Rocks don't stop the river, they shape its power. You need to stop whining about difficulty and start demanding more of it. Easy kills men, hard forges men. If you want to be unshakable, you must learn to love the weight pressing against you. Resistance isn't punishment, it's preparation. Your emotions are not accidents. They are choices you've been making unconsciously, and they're destroying your discipline. You say, I can't help how I feel. That's weakness talking. The Stoics had zero tolerance for that excuse. Epictetus taught that no one can harm you without your permission. That includes your own rage, fear, sadness, the truth. You've been letting emotions drive the car while you sit in the back seat. No wonder your life swerves out of control. Emotional sovereignty means you feel the anger, but you do not lash out. You feel fear, but you do not freeze. You feel sadness, but you do not sink. You decide. Is that strength? That's power. Most people are emotional slaves, dragged around by moods like dogs on a leash. If you can master this one truth, my emotions exist, but they do not control me. You will already be further ahead than 99% of people. Stop being owned. Start owning. You want power. Train your emotions like a soldier trains his body. Every time you explode in anger, every time you sulk in self-pity, every time you let fear stop you, you've proven you're not in command. That's not strength. That's slavery. Seneca wrote that the wise man is immune to outrage because he rules himself first. Here's your drill. The next time you feel rage rising, don't suppress it. Control it. Breathe once. Count slowly. Ask it, what action here makes me stronger? That question alone will separate you from the herd. The next time fear whispers, don't. Step forward anyway. You train courage by acting in fear, not by waiting for fear to vanish. Discipline is built in those micro moments where you decide, I am master, not prisoner. If you don't take control of your emotional state, your goals will always be hostages. You cannot manifest strength from weakness. Control yourself or stay controlled. Gratitude isn't about smiling politely or pretending everything is fine. Gratitude is a weapon. It's how you shift from weakness into power. The average man complains about what he lacks, drowning himself in scarcity. The Stoic flips the script. He sees what already exists and builds from there. Marcus Aurelius woke up each morning, reminding himself that the day would bring arrogant, deceitful, selfish people. And still, he chose gratitude for the chance to face them with strength. That's discipline. Gratitude isn't fake sunshine. It's acknowledging the storm and saying, I'm stronger because of it. When you practice this, you stop radiating desperation. You stop sending out lack. You create an energy of abundance that pulls more toward you. Try this. Every morning, list what you already have to fight with. Your health, your mind, your will. That's wealth. That's ammunition. Gratitude turns scraps into weapons and setbacks into fuel. That's why it's non-negotiable. The world has infected you with a lie, that happiness is always one step away, always tied to the next purchase, the next win, the next milestone. That's why you're restless. That's why you never feel whole. The Stoics smashed this illusion. Seneca, one of the richest men in Rome, said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, who is poor." Think about that. Poverty is not the absence of things. It's the addiction to more. You're trapped because you've built your identity on chasing instead of commanding. Discipline begins when you draw a line and declare, what I already have is enough to act, enough to fight, enough to build. From that foundation, you pursue growth without desperation. You stop begging life for scraps and start moving like a man who already owns himself. Enough doesn't mean settling. Enough is power. And until you master it, you'll stay enslaved to craving. One of the greatest poisons killing your progress is fakery. You bend yourself to please people who don't respect you. You hide your truth because you fear disapproval. You chase goals that don't even belong to you. And then you wonder why you feel hollow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. You are betraying yourself for applause that doesn't matter." Authenticity isn't about being rude. It's about being honest, about refusing to live a script that isn't yours. The Stoics knew this. If you live falsely, the universe cannot deliver what's meant for you, because you're not even showing up as yourself. Every lie you live builds resistance inside you, and resistance blocks progress. Rip off the mask. Say what you mean. Choose what you want. Follow what sets your soul on fire. Will some people hate it? Yes, let them. The ones who matter will rise to meet the real you. Your impatience is proof of your lack of discipline. You want everything now, on your terms, on your timeline. And every time life doesn't bend, you collapse. That is why you stay stuck. Marcus Aurelius commanded himself, accept the things to which fate binds you, not because he was weak, but because he was wise enough to know timing isn't his to control. You can't force the season. You can't rush the harvest. Try to rip a fruit before it's ripe and you destroy it. The Stoics called this amor fati, love of fate. Discipline means this. You execute relentlessly. Then you release, you plant, you water, you grind, and then you wait without panic. Timing belongs to the universe. You don't get to demand it. Surrender is not giving up. It's holding the line without whining. It's trusting that delays are training. Detours are protection, and what's meant for you will arrive on schedule. Patience is not passive. It is the highest form of control. Anyone can rush. Any fool can panic. But it takes a disciplined mind to wait without crumbling. Epictetus said, "No great thing is created suddenly, yet you keep quitting early, pivoting too fast, sabotaging yourself because the results aren't instant." That's not ambition, it's weakness. Discipline is showing up when nothing is happening. Discipline is training when no one is watching. Discipline is holding steady while others burn out. Do you understand what that builds? Unshakable endurance, silent compounding, the power to outlast every impatient competitor who drops off the path. Patience is the ultimate weapon, because time destroys the undisciplined. If you want to win, stop demanding speed. Start demanding consistency. Your breakthrough won't come because you rushed. It will come because you refuse to stop. Endure long enough, and timing bows to you. Endurance is the separator. Talent fades. Motivation burns out. But endurance, the ability to keep going when everything in you wants to quit, that's what builds legends. Most men fold when results don't come fast enough. They want shortcuts, hacks, instant gratification. But the Stoics understood the path is long, and only the disciplined survive it. Marcus Aurelius carried an empire on his shoulders while facing plague, betrayal, and war. Yet he kept writing to himself, endure. That's it, endure. You think discipline is about intensity. No, discipline is about duration. Can you still stand when others fall? Can you keep walking when your legs scream? Can you wait without collapsing into despair? That is where power is forged. Not in the rush, but in the grind. Endurance is what transforms ordinary men into forces of nature. If you cannot outlast pain, you will never outlast mediocrity. Choose, fold fast, or endure until victory. You say you want strength, then train endurance like your life depends on it, because it does. Here's your drill. When your body says stop, do 5 more reps. When your mind says quit, finish the task anyway. When the clock says late, stay on it 1 more hour. This is how you harden your will. The Stoics didn't just talk philosophy, they practiced discomfort daily. Seneca would sleep on the floor, eat coarse food, remind himself, is this what I feared? He trained endurance. So when real hardship came, it didn't break him. You must do the same. Take cold showers, fast, train harder than you think you can. Delay comfort on purpose, because comfort breeds weakness, and weakness collapses under pressure. Endurance isn't built when things are easy. It's built when you keep going through the pain. Remember this, the body breaks before the will does. If you command it, endure, always endure. You've now seen the pattern. The Stoics weren't soft philosophers, they were warriors of the mind. Their code was clear: detach from desperation, master the present moment, embrace resistance, claim inner authority, strike with precision, weaponize gratitude, kill craving, live authentically, and trust timing. Every principle drills one truth into your bones. Discipline is freedom. You think freedom means doing whatever you feel like. Wrong. That's slavery to impulse. Freedom means you can command yourself like a soldier. Freedom means you act when you choose, not when your emotions demand it. Freedom means you can endure storms without breaking, because you're no longer a puppet of circumstances. This is the warrior's code. Stop reacting, start commanding. Stop chasing, start attracting. Stop whining, start enduring. Apply these principles, and you won't just chase goals, you'll bend life itself to your will. Ignore them, and you'll stay stuck where you are, weak, restless, and replaceable. Here's your battle plan. Step 1, control your mornings. No phone, no scrolling, no weakness. Wake, breathe, and decide your state before the world decides it for you. Step 2, train your body daily. Strength isn't optional, it's the foundation of discipline. A weak body makes a weak mind. Step 3, embrace resistance. Stop avoiding discomfort, run into it. Every hard thing you do builds armor. Step 4, guard your attention. Cut distractions, focus like a blade. If it doesn't serve your mission, eliminate it. Step 5, practice restraint. Don't waste words, don't waste actions. Move only when it matters. Step 6, weaponize gratitude. Start each day with inventory. Health, breath, time, skills. That's wealth. Use it. Step 7, kill craving. Say out loud, I am enough. Then act from strength, not from desperation. Step 8, endure. Never quit, never collapse, never betray yourself. That's the code. Follow it or stay ordinary. Discipline isn't theory, it's schedule. Here's your template. Wake before the sun, no snooze, no negotiation. Cold water on your face, breath controlled, morning movement, push your body past comfort, then silence. Journal or read 1 page of Stoic text. Anchor your mind before the world attacks it. Work hours, single task. No distractions, block time. Attack the hardest task first. Break only to reset your focus, not to scroll yourself into weakness. Midday, train again. Even 10 minutes of strain reminds your body who's in charge. Evening, reflect. Write what you conquered, what you failed, what must improve tomorrow. End the day with gratitude. 3 things. No excuses. Sleep early, like a soldier prepping for war. Repeat daily until it's no longer routine, it's identity. This is how you break laziness, not with bursts of motivation, but with relentless structure. Miss 1 piece, and cracks form. Nail every piece, and you become unshakable. Your mind is a battlefield. If you don't train it, it will betray you. Here's how you sharpen it. Drill 1, single tasking. Take 1 task and lock in until it's finished. No switching, no wandering. Every time your mind drifts, drag it back like a disobedient dog. Drill 2, discomfort meditation. Sit still for 10 minutes. No phone, no distractions, just silence. Your brain will scream. Good. That's weakness leaving. Drill 3, delayed impulse. Every time you want to check your phone, eat junk, or speak out of turn, delay. Wait 60 seconds, then act only if it still matters. Drill 4, visualization. Every morning, picture obstacles smashing into you. Then picture yourself walking through them. Calm and relentless. Marcus Aurelius rehearsed adversity in his mind so it never surprised him. That's why he endured. Focus isn't natural, it's forged. You don't have it. You train it, daily, ruthlessly, until distraction fears you. The Stoics didn't preach comfort. They lived war. Epictetus was born a slave, his body broken, yet his will unbreakable. He taught others while crippled, proving that mastery of the mind outranks the chains on the body. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, deliberately practiced poverty, sleeping on the ground, eating coarse bread, so when fortune turned against him, he remained calm. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while battling plague, betrayal, and endless war. At night, instead of drowning in luxury, he wrote to himself reminders of discipline. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. These men weren't dreamers, they were warriors of focus. Men who trained their minds harder than soldiers trained their bodies. Their lives prove this truth. Adversity doesn't weaken the disciplined, it exposes their strength. If they could endure chains, betrayal, and empire-sized burdens, what excuse do you have for your laziness? None. You're not ruling an empire. You're not chained as a slave. But don't fool yourself. You face your own war every single day. Your battlefield is distraction, comfort, and mediocrities. Your enemies are the phone in your pocket, the cravings in your gut, and the excuses in your head. And the Stoic code applies here more than ever. You want to dominate in business. Control your focus while others scroll. You execute. You want to master relationships. Govern your emotions. While others rage or beg, you stand calm and strong. You want financial freedom. Kill craving. While others chase toys, you invest in skill and discipline. The tools haven't changed, only the battlefield. Stop pretending your struggles are lighter. They're not. The war is real. But the weapons are ancient. Presence, endurance, restraint, gratitude, inner authority. Use them, and you will rise where others collapse. Ignore them, and you will drown in the noise. Let's be brutally honest. You are not failing because life is unfair. You are failing because you sabotage yourself. You hit snooze and call it rest. You binge scroll and call it unwinding. You procrastinate and label it planning. Stop lying. These habits are chains, and you put them on willingly. The Stoics would laugh at your excuses. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. You are not here to waste your life numbing yourself with screens, sugar, or comfort. You are here to act. And every time you choose laziness, you betray that duty. Harsh. Good. It should be, because until you feel the disgust of wasted potential, you'll never change. Stop playing victim to your own weakness. Call it what it is, slavery, and then kill it. One habit at a time, starting now. Every bad habit is a chain, and you've been shackling yourself daily. Oversleeping, chain, the Stoic antidote. Rise at first light. No excuses. Marcus Aurelius himself forced his body up, reminding it that duty outweighs comfort. Procrastination, chain, antidote. Break tasks into action now. Epictetus taught that hesitation weakens will, so act before your mind talks you out of it. Overindulgence in food and drink. Chain, antidote, temperance. Seneca practiced fasting to prove hunger could not own him. Endless scrolling and distraction. Chain, antidote. Guard your attention like treasure. Delete apps, block sites, cut the noise. The Stoics knew the value of silence. Complaining, the heaviest chain of all. Antidote, gratitude. Count what you have, not what you lack. Every chain is broken by discipline, not talk. Your excuses don't impress life. Your actions do. Kill the habits, and you kill the weakness. Leave them alive, and they will kill you. Discipline doesn't stop at breaking chains. Once you've cut the habits that weaken you, you must build momentum so strong it carries you through resistance. Momentum is power multiplied. The Stoics understood this. Small, consistent actions compound into unshakable force. Seneca wrote, "Consistency is the greatest virtue." Translation, show up every day. No matter what, do not negotiate with yourself. Build rituals so automatic they feel like breathing. Morning training, daily study, nightly reflection. Momentum means one victory leads to the next. Wake early, you train, you focus better. Focus, you execute. Execute, you gain confidence. Confidence fuels more discipline. This cycle builds like a storm until you're unstoppable, but miss too many steps, and the storm collapses. That's why momentum is sacred. Guard it like your life, because it is your life. One broken chain is survival. Momentum is transformation. Without it, you backslide. With it, you dominate. Here's how you build unstoppable momentum. Ritual 1, wake at the same time every day. Not sometimes, every day. This tells your body, I am in command. Ritual 2, physical strain. Push-ups, running, lifting, anything that forces your body to obey when it resists. Ritual 3, mind anchoring. Journal, meditate, or read one Stoic text. 10 minutes is enough to set your compass. Ritual 4, execution block. Choose the single hardest, most important task. Attack it first. No distractions, no excuses, no delay. Ritual 5, reflection. At night, review victories, failures, lessons. Ask, did I own today, or did it own me? Ritual 6, gratitude inventory. Name 3 things you value. End strong. These aren't tips, they're commands. Make them non-negotiable. Do them for 30 days, and momentum will carry you forward like a storm. Skip them, and you'll sink back into mediocrity. Momentum is built on rituals repeated until they become identity. Rituals are the foundation, but identity is the fortress. You can't just try discipline. You must become discipline. The Stoics didn't dabble in philosophy. They lived it until it fused into who they were. Marcus Aurelius didn't write his meditations for show. He wrote them to carve discipline into his soul. Seneca didn't fast occasionally. He trained hardship until it became normal. Discipline is not something you turn on and off. It's who you are, even when no one is watching. Every action either reinforces weakness or strengthens identity. When you wake on time, you're proving, I am disciplined. When you resist distraction, you're proving, I am focused. When you endure pain without quitting, you're proving, I am unbreakable. Identity is forged in these micro moments. Stop saying, I want discipline. Start declaring, I am disciplined. Once it's your identity, nothing can strip it from you. You don't perform strength, you embody it. Enough theory, enough talk. Discipline means action now. You've heard the Stoic code. You've seen the weapons, the drills. The only question left, will you move or will you stay the same? Stop waiting for motivation. It's a coward's excuse. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The Stoics didn't wait. They acted in war, in plague, in betrayal, in chains. You have no excuse. Right now, there is something you've been avoiding. Do it. Send the message, lift the weight, start the project, cut the distraction, make the choice. Nothing changes until you act. Every second you delay, you prove weakness. Every second you step forward, you prove power. Decide today if you are a slave to impulse or a soldier of discipline. The world doesn't care about your intentions. It only respects execution. Rise, move, act, or admit you've chosen mediocrity. The choice is brutal. The choice is yours. This is the line in the sand. On one side, your old self, distracted, lazy, craving, waiting. On the other side, the Stoic warrior, disciplined, unshakable, relentless, free. You cannot stand in both. You must choose. The code is simple. Detach from desperation, master the present, embrace resistance, claim inner authority, act with precision, weaponize gratitude, kill craving, live authentically, trust timing, endure endlessly. This is not philosophy for bookshelves. This is a battlefield manual. If you live it, you rise. If you ignore it, you rot. There is no middle ground. The Stoics proved it. Now it's your turn. No more excuses, no more hesitation. Starting today, you either embody discipline or you surrender to weakness. Look in the mirror and decide. Will you be the master of yourself or the slave of your impulses? Choose now, because the life you want will not wait forever, and neither should you. And now it's on you. Not tomorrow, not someday, today. Take one principle from this message and put it into action before the day ends. Discipline means nothing if it stays in your head. Transformation only begins when you move. So, what's your first step? Drop it in the comments right now. Commit publicly and anchor it. If this hit you hard, share it with someone who needs the push. And remember, you're not here to drift. You're here to dominate. Thanks for listening, and welcome to Momentum Mindset. Your time to rise starts now.